going on. So what this video kind of is, what this video is. Um, I I that's the thing I just realized. I really don't even know anymore what my the main point is. I was going to just start saying what you're gonna be in for. I mean, what is this is, but I mean, it doesn't even matter for one. I'm aware this is probably just I don't know if it can be done if I want to edit at all and shit, but this is very low. I think my mic will be cutting out. I have to yell into it to really be heard. I'm just using test quality mic right now. So thought that would be better using headset mic. I really can't tell with these waveforms if it's even yeah, it's gonna yeah, this is probably gonna be how it has to be. But I'm self-aware, um, satirical. This is satire meta. I don't even know what this is about anymore. I can tell you first off, this is well, I guess it's important to know that this was something. This is something important to me, at least a month ago. It's like I'll probably record something to for myself. So obviously, I don't think that nobody will probably find this searching. I actually hope not. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it yet. I fucking hope this does not show up because, like I said, sounds poor and I'm poor and everything in not even in a month really. It's like more. It's been very quick. Things feel have been going very quickly. Um, just in the past week, this basically became fucking useless because of, well, we'll get into that. But so the whole reason or like my point is going to change. I guess, yeah, I wanted to mention, yeah, well, the reason for me is it's just a souvenir, if you will, of a time in my life when I was going to see I thought it was so cool they're doing the last act. I am in fact going to see it to nobody in particular that really asked. I'm going by myself, which is really embarrassing when I say it out loud. But it's also like I don't have a lot of I don't even know people who I know at least that are into this showing, right? They're not actively following. I talked to maybe a couple people that I might know. They're not actively following uh the series, and it is what it is. I don't mind going alone. I haven't even been to the movies in a while. I said maybe I'll go at a time. I mean, now and then. Nope, I haven't even done that. I wanted to see the back room. I wanted to see the scary back rooms and the back hole, but I haven't even been to. I don't even think that's gonna happen. I don't even think I'm interested anymore. It looks good though. Anyhow, but my point is, I think I've seen one other movie this entire year, and this was it's not really actually my specialty. And if you can believe it, I'm not exactly social butterfly when it comes to this type of shit. I was mostly going to explain how you should go about buying a ticket to this and what I think you're going to anticipate, right? Because nobody actually knows. Um, that's completely changed in the past week. That's what I was saying. I'm doing it for myself emotionally, and this is very, it's personal. I don't even have to post it. I guess I just thought it would be fun. Now it's more, oh, it's almost defending why you should see this movie. If, now, why, anybody who bought a ticket, why should you still go to fucking see this? Because I truly think that there has been a lot of shift, you could say. There's been a lot of, um, tomfoolery. There's been a lot of horseplay. around this whole release. In that, I mean, the series is actually, I mean, that was the point. I also thought it'd be cool to see how they do it more cinematically because, I mean, like I said, there's not a lot of um like parallels to this, and I thought it'd be interesting to see it on the big screen. Anyway, 'cause a part of it was already out, but episode 9, I mean, would have not would have probably went over a lot better, honestly, if they knew nobody was going to leak the thing. And I guess I'm just explaining. Yeah, first of all, yes, I so that I'm going. This is well advanced, and I guess I am actually going to see it. I think I already said I'm going alone. I am completely. I don't know if you can hear that in the recording, but I'm completely going alone. I plan. I thought about it. Maybe someone would go, but I don't. It's purely for me at this point, and I'm not really capable of planning that. I do know some people. I was at a convention thing. Really, that a lot of firsts here, honestly, because I was the first I'd even been looked at a convention. I was not actually there to do anything. I wasn't there very long. Uh, just did some shit. But anyway, why would anybody go see this? The whole thing is out, and I just realized it really, that's I don't actually know if I have an answer. I am just wanting to send a few things. So let me see. I have no script, but I did want to get just a picture up to see. I mean, this thing I know has been again this is a few weeks ago now, but it was like when numbers came out that a lot of pre-sales were coming. Again, that's not even what this video is talking about. I would have loved to talk about that. I thought that would have been fun. Um, that would have been so freaking fun and jovial, jovial content. Nobody cares. I mean, everyone has been complaining, and I think I was like, yeah, you're good. You might have a bad time at the theater, and that would be why I was anticipating things like that. But anyway, near me, I just looked up. It's still pretty low, low availability. I was curious. I know one of the times like prime time got sold out. Um, that's not even the theater I'm going to. So I am going around later to the theaters a lot. So this is kind of just a special thing for me at this point. Um, I think it's worth it to see how it kind of translates to the screen. I mean, it's really a compilation, if anything, on its head because episode 9 is what is really the super long one, but it's only even feature length. I think then it wouldn't be feature length, correct? Because I don't remember what episode 8 was. Fun fact, I only watched episode 8 like a week ago after the news of the leak because I put this shit off, man, and I'm like, I'm not gonna. I'd already didn't avoid spoilers for that. There's no point in trying to avoid, or I have to be very careful not avoiding spoilers, actually, but like, you know, not avoiding old shit. I'm really trying to have the best experience. It's kind of already been spoiled, I feel, as a consumer. Um, so it is what it is. I don't have social media, really, so I had YouTube. Of course, I'm a sniveling Redditor. That's actually honestly where I really found out that it was being leaked. Someone implied it. I just assumed, yeah, someone saw it. But I didn't. I will say I didn't really get spoiled. That's the truth. I even. I don't think I've gotten spoiled unless it was subliminal. I've not watched it. I'm just not gonna fucking watch it. It's probably a, you know, 2 minute search away, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm against. I am against the leaking of things, but a lot of this is honestly Glitch's fault. I think that Glitch really needs to realize this might have been accident. But I'm not gonna. Again, I don't even want to go into that. This is just, I guess if anyone has already, if anyone's already bought a ticket, and it's not a super sold thing. If anyone, I don't know if anyone's been in that situation. Um, I make a joke about how like antisocial all these, like a lot of these fans are, but I don't even think that's true. I watched in a video I'll never put out. I was thought, oh, maybe I'll do. It was even worse than this. I thought maybe I'll do like a reaction to this. I think it was when episode 7 was releasing the beach episode, and pretty. I was really anxious about not being spoiled on that. It was like 2 days before they did. Or I just saw somewhere like the press. I don't know, some convention. I think it might have been Comic-Con somewhere. I just did a reaction to it, and it got pretty off the chain, got pretty unfiltered, insane, and it sounds like shit too. So I will not be really releasing it, but I think I just thought it'd be funny. I was less reacting to the content and I was reacting to the fans because I actually hadn't seen like, I mean, is this really okay? They've already said this shouldn't be an all ages like thing. There is kind of some limit, and I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. I was gonna say at first, like, isn't it funny? This is where I look. It's not rated. An R. I like saying NR. But no, this is common knowledge now that it's not. I don't think it has been rated. That was some choice. I thought it was special, but maybe it would be in the future because it's still MPAA, however that works. But no, I think I feel like PG-13 rating, would have actually helped it. But yeah, yeah. It's not looking great. Not because of that. Obviously, everything is paled in comparison. There's the whole controversy I'd have to talk about. They got a little funny. They decided to have some fun in 2019. That came up. I think that whole thing. I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's so predictable. Everything. I think the main thesis here is that everything's so fucking predictable. Motherfucker. Okay. You could. I don't know where that happens that they got in trouble, but it's like my point is essentially boiled down to I don't think anybody you can I don't defend the voice actors. I really don't care. I think that a lot of them do weird shit that I don't maybe not agree with. But they're just cast. They're a moving part in something that is more of a like a creative vision that I can see. That was like my explanation, way back, way back. I'm talking before MJ or whatever the fuck it was when they got uh the whole controversy, uh, insert controversy, like whatever. I'm not saying it's manufactured. I mean, it is something that I think is upsetting, but it pales to this because this is like a more of a left PR. More, they're actually probably losing some money at this. I don't know if they're upset over about that. It's all bullshit. I think that so. I mean, the thing that I'm talking about is that this was leaked, and again, I'm not looking at it, but I think in the Avatar, there's a new Avatar film that I think that got completely leaked. I think that's why people were so upset about that. Same thing, or at least in the year, there's a lot of similarities. I should have known that when they're going to do this and people are the best in charge. I'm not talking about Glitch, but I'm talking about anybody who is distributing. I assume that's where it came from. This is probably going to happen, inevitable. I don't know. If you're not careful, at least it's inevitable. People I'm talking to, anybody who thinks it's still shitty or like doesn't want to go see this, it's really fucking stupid. By the way, that they're still sticking by the 2 week notice. That was what I originally thought was the problem. It's like this new Netflix-esque. They did it with Stranger Things. Fucking never watched, and I don't never really finished watching that beyond season two. But I remember they did that. to be cool. I believe that did not all release on Netflix yet, so that was like or no, it was. I'm sorry, it was actually the last episode. So I think they're completely aping. Yeah, what I'm saying is true. They're actually aping off that in a way. It does make sense. It does make sense, but maybe it just wasn't a good idea. It's not feature length. You have to combine two episodes to do it. Yeah, my main problem with it was spoilers. Again, doesn't matter now. It's so funny. It doesn't really matter when you have the entire thing that I'm not actually doing close to the one of the first, audience. We're like the first audience where that I'm in is going to be the first to witness whatever. I don't even care about that, but it's like when it's leaked, it suddenly is ruined. Everyone back then was saying, well, the spoilers is going to become, and it's just going to become, yeah. That's about it. And so, like the forums probably, I would say you don't have to worry about it unless you are looking to be spoiled. Some people do like that, by the way. Some people are choosing to just know what happens and watch it, which is it's tough. It's difficult. What I kind of like, it's almost been a blessing though, because having the whole thing be out, and, episode 9, I mean, being the new content, not just, I assume it's the whole thing. Again, if it's like decent quality, the whole thing. I assume it is. And that's what someone actually warned me. Did warn me, knowing that I cared about it. Spoilers are so. What was I saying? Where was I? Where was I? Yeah, that to yeah. Honestly, let's be real. I mean, if no one's gonna hear this, I can be as real as I please, I suppose. On the fact of fandom. Mostly way too many minors for my liking. It's been very, believe it or not, it's like just under there is something. It's not just any controversy that I'm referring to. It's just there's a mindset you go into when you're dealing with a lot of these people that you're hearing it with their friends maybe, and it's like things are going to spread a lot quicker. They're worried about these, fucking kids, basically, am I right? Coming in and spoilering, they're gonna spoiler you that you don't care about. That's more of a concern for people that actually, interact, I guess is the point. It's not fair, but it's a lot of this, very kind of underage fan base and just anyone in general who is interacting with these communities. I know they are probably pretty mixed, but now is everyone's fear. And I mean, I could go kind of philosophically thinking about what is good and bad. Is there anything beneficial to a spoiler? Is it really a big deal? And obviously, it's kind of laughable. It's just if you enjoy a work, you enjoy it, and you for what? Yeah, if you enjoy kind of the hype around movie, you're not going to go into. You're not necessarily actually going to care about spoilers. It's going to be some other aspect that you enjoy. That's what I, fear that maybe it is important because maybe I won't. I know for a fact that I will enjoy this thing, by the way. That is why I'm so going to, I guess, see it. It's not to support this, whoever, let it happen, but, I wanted to, at the time, support the creator. I thought that just made sense. And yeah, so I have no problem doing that. No qualms. But for some people who just might not want to know, I guess it would make sense. Yeah, why waste a ticket? And, um, it's interesting, like I said, now that it doesn't matter, it's kind of hit me, but even then, spoilers, I could think about spoilers a bit philosophically, right? If the point is purely plot, it's a tongue twister, right? It's my alliteration. But if the point was just because I think people are used to that, it's not like a spin-off and it's something that people actually care about. Like as Stranger Things, for example, that was, I don't know if that, how many people are actually happy with the ending at that point, but it doesn't matter. Enough fans, did care about the progression. Let's be real, there was no real reason besides money that you would want to see that on the big screen. I truly don't think it, it wasn't meant to be a movie. There's a difference. I guess it's to be movie length, which would be easier. That's why I hear that maybe the same thing was kind of happening here. People just wanted to know what was happening first up. Um, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. It, you originally do it because I just wanted to support people that I wanted to support that as well, or that's at least how I reasoned it. Yes, I was worried about, missing this opportunity. That's the thing. If you're not going to go see it, like this isn't probably going to happen again. I mean, Glitch has said that this whole new marketing plan they have. I remember like the CEO, one of the brothers, whoever runs Glitch, the brothers. Um, he said in some article that I do not have. It's not research. Don't need the research it. It's not my job. But it was like this is a really new thing for them, but this is going to be the future, or something on those lines, like implying that maybe they'd want to, continue to have, big moments. I'm thinking just off the cuff of like a WWE event was being shown at Regal. I was near. Um, I think it's past now, but that happens all the time. Like things like that come up. I see it more in that model. I'm not an expert by any means, by the way, but I see it a lot more in that model where it's like a story that you can kind of, you could have just seen it online. You could have stayed at home and watched. I know it's a bit different of a financial model review, but I don't know. It's where it's an event. Yeah, where it's an event, that shit makes sense. But they were doing it because they wanted this to be full wide release, and it doesn't scare me like some people are so fucking afraid of losing the independent label. Can I just say, um, again, I didn't even like Bulls, and when I first knew about them. I mean, obviously, a lot of people had to be convinced, I guess, but I didn't like the humor. I didn't like, this is in like 2020, I guess. Whenever I first found out about them, and I also, watched, I think Murder, was that when Murder Drones was coming out? I mean, I was kind of checking it out. I was not at all convinced this was anything that special. So maybe they are proving people, a bit wrong. But I don't know, what was I saying? I'm gonna hear this back and I remember I completely missed um the train of thought I was on. That happens a lot. I think that this whole thing was very funny. You gotta laugh. You gotta just sit down and damn Joker laugh about this sometimes because it's so silly. I thought this was gonna be like a cultural. This could really be. That's the main thing, right? I want to see fans. I want to see the, actual reactions from people that know that this is just ending. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna have a lot else to talk about. That's the main reason I wanted to do this. I'm not gonna have a lot else to talk about in terms of at least the IP. We call it an IP. In terms of where things are gonna go and how I think about it, it's purely just retrospective, and that to me is very scary. I guess at least for me, because I haven't done anything really till halfway from when this when the show, I should say, was running. And I don't know if TADC is going to really be all that good on the big screen. It's just more about like maybe this will be a fun thing. in terms of, I mean, I see people going to these anime movies a lot. I'll show how little I know even about it. Although I do know the facts that Demon Slayer, I believe that is the one that took over Chainsaw Man, or is the other way around. I think Demon Slayer is huge, and that was being shown. That is the biggest movie to come out of Japan, place Japan ever, like any place in Japan, which is a lot of places. Am I right? My point in that is not. I mean, that's been a thing for so long. It's come to America for years, maybe a decade now. I don't know. I was definitely too young to even consider when like that got really popular. It was just like I'd heard it, I don't know, in school and whatever. I didn't know people actually, grown men, going to see this. But it's a similar kind of thing where I don't know. The content's not similar, but it's. I'll cut that out. Three. I think it's a similar thing because enough people are choosing to see it in its best form is just with people. Um, you know, it's exciting. I mean, that's why it does boil down to why you would go see something knowing, um, or having a good idea. And maybe it's not literally out and available leaked, but I'm saying, maybe you, it's predictable and you know what's gonna happen. Oh, John Wick. That's what I was thinking about. That's fucking. I was watching some old like video a couple years ago, and they were mentioning like John Wick for how it's so damn stupid, but I had a great time watching it. That kind of thing. Again, not because of uh, I think this will be that's a sequel issue, and it's not going to be like pointless, but it's like the reason you probably have fun watching it is you want to just have that experience, and you want to maybe you just want to eat popcorn and Twizzlers. I'm hoping to get some Twizzlers. And that sounds really good right now, actually. Twizzlers. But yeah, it's just a weird experience at this point. I guess it is in a way a continuation because, for episode 8, I don't know if I mentioned already. Fuck, I'm gonna have to edit that out. I don't know if I mentioned that I already watched it, but it was 2 weeks ago. I or whenever. I think it was after I heard that I got leaked, or I was just pissed off about something they did. That was it. A little the bright side. Well, I already mentioned for me there are some bright sides, but the bright side to maybe the voice actor. Um, Ashley Nichols is not have so much maybe to work. Maybe she probably does. She probably fucking does. But not so much to like. There's not much else he could do. Again, I don't defend any of these people. I think they are just moving parts in something that, you know, is more defendable. I don't really. I think she does seem very sweet person. That little kerfuffle, what do you call it, was not really a big. It was maybe a big deal, but it wasn't like malicious on her part that she needed to be all worried. It's so predictable. Everything is okay. I ramble about that. Yeah, I'm fine. Um, so yeah, I think at this point I've said all that I can think of to say, and I will hopefully cut out all the unnecessary garbage. This probably will still have a huge like box office. I mean, the box office is I'm kind of have a weird feeling about why whether or not people should even pre-order it. So I'm already kind of iffy. Believe it or not, it's maybe not fair to just be able to do that. I think it does inflate numbers, but I think this will on its. The point is, I think that being able to like pre-order online is obviously why wouldn't you fucking do that? Better. It's better to do that if it's online. That's what I'm saying. it is still an easier thing. But like if we were going to get easy support with the damn thing in what 2 months worth, I mean, it might just get worse. So we have like a 4 month thing. I just it's something I'm not able to do when it's available. But ultimately, in this case, it's just kind of I think that on for your it's still pretty crazy. I know I don't think because I love everything on social media. A lot of like funny. A lot of things are not reacting so much to this shit. Certainly not some dumb uh what like topic of the week, question of the day, internet controversy. Though you might have an opinion on that, it's like my opinion doesn't matter. It's ultimately probably not going to impact. I mean, it is crazy if people. So yeah, I think go out. Let's just try to I have a good time. I mean, that's what it's about. You have to know what the audience is going to be, but I truly don't think the league's actually changing nearly what I thought it would. So it's definitely changing. Like if you want to hate fans, I think that's still going to happen. So go do it. Go sit next to me. I actually literally I was gonna offer a bunch of people like if you just want tickets because they're not that expensive. But yeah, I don't know. Originally, yeah, I was gonna say if you can afford it, this is probably I'm not gonna shame you. It's like there's no shame here. It's just if you can afford it, I think that you could do it. And obviously, that's not a question. But I think if you could afford it, I think if you, it's more, are you willing to just go through something, even if you've kind of seen it? And yeah, I have no question in my mind that this is going to be pretty, it will mean something to me. I can always gain something out of it. Um, the animation style, but this is going to be interesting, more interesting than even why I made this video. Interesting. I'm dying. I'm dying now. I thought I had a better ending, but that's kind of all I have to say. I never thought of this ending. So yeah, and maybe I'll post. Um, I might post something else after, but I just have a bunch of really long-term projects I want to do maybe with this channel in the future, and I don't know if that's even worth talking about yet. But that's anyway. Go fucking see it. I don't give a shit about Glitch. Glitch has really dropped the balls. I think that's the voice. That's the actual voice drop or whatever they call it. I want to have Glitch. You've dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. Glitch, actually. Right? I didn't want to say this. You lost the fucking plot, bro. Quick, real quick. I had to record something else. Re-record this. I thought was pretty funny. I got interrupted, but I thought this was pretty funny. Um, this Gamio-verse. I was just gonna say like, shit sucks, as a joke. Mid as hell if you have seen other animated like kind of fake game stuff. I mean, there's a what am I thinking of? I actually forgot the Code Monkeys, I think it's called. Really obscure show. It's not great or anything, but it uses this like 8-bit um style that I've never really seen done as a full show. It has Dane Snyder in it. That's other people. But when I was gonna originally make this video, and I made a note of like, I mean, I was gonna talk about this stupid fucking the black shirt controversy. Eggman nigga! They've ever gotten to really like a career, shifting event, and this whole thing happening with fucking, I had problems with Michael, whatever, before. I didn't like everything he's done, but I was still, I've defended on principles. It wasn't even that long ago when they were doing stuff that I guess is questionable now. Um, Whether or not it's funny, I mean, that perception obviously can change in like 2 years. But I mean, just look at someone like Jay Glatt. Jay Schlatt. I'm like, I didn't know, I had no idea, and I was like, if any. if this Jay Schlatt ever gets into a movie, I was just thinking he actually is acting physically, like something kind of worth that he's trying to do. I used to watch him a lot, more, when I was in high school, I guess, but I watched him a lot. Not bad. It wasn't. Like he's doing kind of this half character thing. Oh, they're gonna like, oh, if she, if these people are gonna bring up something crazy that he said, he's got this. No, it's not even that. That was what happened here, right? This guy's got so much that he actually brought himself. How many quote unquote edgy jokes, for a mainstream guy. Uh, and I'm watching the 2 minutes of the thing. She had, oh, shit, he's there. He's in it. So I thought that was pretty